So you want to learn to Godbridge. This is a pretty easy thing. We're going to try and make this as quick as possible. First, aim and what buttons to press. Now, from my experience, you want to be aiming at 135, as you can see by the compass screen in the top left of my screen. I'm pressing A and S, as you can see in my keybinds. Now, some people say S and D, or some people say choose whichever is more comfortable for you, and I did learn doing that, but I realized I could only get 4 or 5 blocks, which is not enough to jump. Hold A and S, aim at around 135. When I was first starting, I did it exactly, but and then if you're crouching, I'm holding shift currently, because when you don't hold shift you go up, so I'm holding shift and I'm aiming just there while shifting. Now, if you're using a client that has a free look button, you can use that to better time your jumps when you learn jumping. But what I'd first suggest is just learning to go just 2 blocks and full, and that's all you really need. So get comfortable doing a few blocks and then falling. So once you've gotten comfortable doing around 2 blocks, you're going to want to learn to crouch. So every 2 or 3 blocks you crouch. This is called eagle bridging. It's a good way to warm up to the feeling of drag clicking and get timing down better. Once you have eagle bridging down to a T, so once you can do that reasonably enough, you're going to need to learn to do the jumping. So what I'd suggest for that is doing a sort of like a similar thing, but you crouch. So now, as you can see, I was crouching there to give myself more time to think about what I was doing if I need to reassess my aim or move on the block. And for people who are using Lunar Client as opposed to Badline, it would be a lot easier for you to have this overlay. So I'm going to leave that down in the description under packs and overlays in the Linktree link. So once you've gotten jumping with the crouch feature to hand, you're going to want to do around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want to do 6 blocks and then jump, or you want to do 8 blocks and then jump. Now, the reason this is because you cannot do more than 8 blocks in a single Godbridge without having to reset your aim. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why. I believe it's because you no longer can place the blocks beneath you. But I will say one thing, the CPS required to do this for the drag clicking version is at least 12. As you can see, I get a consistent 12 to 13 CPS when I drag click. I can get more, but I choose not to, because on servers, when you get a lot, it can not register them all, it can cap out, it can do a lot of things. So you want to aim it up, and then you want to just Godbridge, jump, Godbridge, jump, and crouch when you are on top of the block. It's very important for you to get used to the feeling of doing this and getting into a rhythm. Because after you start doing your 8 to 6 blocks, then jump, you're going to need to stop when you're, like, I don't know how to, stop when you're around here just for a second. So if you're going like, and that's your rhythm, you go, so you pause for a very, very, very small second. Now, let's say you can't drag click. I know it is possible to do it without drag clicking. I'm not capable of this, but you can do timed double clicks, which is where you press your mouse once and it registers 2, and you can do that quick enough that you can time it, or you can do timed single clips. Is like riding a bike. So if you're not on a low ping server like PlayDMZ, like a bridge specific server, then what's probably best for you is to head into the brand new Hypixel bridging practice. Because once you learn the basics, it's just getting used to the ping. It's like riding a bike. Once you can do it on a bike, you can do it on most bikes, it just takes adjustment. So now we're here on Hypixel bridging. Got our wool in hand, and we're ready. Like I say, it is going to be different, but you do have slate which can help you aim. Like I said, you want to have it so the cursor is just above the line on the block. The arrow, which on Badlion is in your settings, you go to crosshair, you select arrow, and you make sure the width and the length is the same number. On Luna, like I said, and if you don't want to do that on Badlion, there's still the overlay that I will be leaving. So you get used to doing your 2 blocks crouch, 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 so on. So then, once you've done that, you get used to doing your few blocks jump, few blocks jump, few blocks jump, few blocks jump. And then, once you've sectioned it off and you get good at all of that, you can then do your full Godbridge. Now, this method won't come to you instantly. I've been trying for around a month, and I've only been playing this game for 3 months. So I'm still very new to all of this, which is the reason I'm making this, because I figure if I can do it, then so can everyone. Like, it takes time, and I think that for me to get it down, I am going to need a lot more practice. But it's a good skill to have.